The World Health Organization reported in March of 2022 that the COVID pandemic triggered an astronomical 25% increase in depression and anxiety worldwide. Did you or someone you love or know fall into this statistic? Before I go on, be sure to stay until the end of this video where I will share some priceless resources for you that will allow you to tend to your mental health and help you create a happier, healthier, more resilient life for you and your loved ones. Estimates from the latest Global Burden of Disease study shows that the pandemic has affected the mental health of young people and that they are disproportionately at risk of suicidal and self-harming behaviors. It also indicates that women have been more severely impacted than men, and that people with pre-existing physical health conditions, such as asthma, cancer, and heart disease, were more likely to develop symptoms of mental disorders. For people of all ages, social connection is vital to survival. We are hardwired to depend on one another for support. When we don't get the connection we need, we're sadder, sicker, and more at risk of early death. This lack of connection is more common than many people realize. According to a survey conducted in January of 2020, more than 3 out of 5 Americans feel chronically lonely, and this was a statistic before the pandemic. One of the best ways to tend to your mental health is to be a part of a community. There might not be a more important time than now to be a part of a community. Science shows us that belonging to a community improves our mental health, our cardiovascular health, longevity, resilience, happiness, life satisfaction. It helps us to learn and gives us a sense of belonging. It gives us a sense of support and safety, and it allows us to give and contribute. One study on charitable donation in which researchers performed functional MRI scans of donors' brains. These are the scans that are used to detect neurological activity. After people donated, the part of their brains that lit up or became active was the mesolimbic system. This is the part of the brain that controls feelings of reward and pleasure. It's also activated by things like food, drugs, and sex. There's also a growing body of research that links different types of giving to greater quality of life, including the following potential health benefits: a greater self-esteem and satisfaction with life, lower risk of depression, better physical health, and a longer life. And we are physiologically wired to connect. And to all the introverts out there, I'm definitely in this category. This means you too. There are all different types of communities to get involved in. Hobbies, schools, workplaces, neighborhood, religious, and spiritual communities. Before I go on, be sure to subscribe to this channel. Click that red button below so you are always in the loop with new videos as I create and post them. Hello everyone, my name is Erin Taylor, and I am the founder and medicine woman of Healing Magic Retreats and Moons and Shrooms community. For me personally, when the pandemic first hit, I realized very quickly that even though I am an introvert in the truest sense of the word, I was definitely feeling the effects of isolation. It was during this time that I became involved in women's spiritual circles, and I quickly realized I was missing out on so much meaningful connection, especially to women. Women have been gathering in sacred circle for millennia. And until I was a part of one, I realized how isolating and lonely being an introvert can actually be, despite that is where I recharge my energy. So now I ask the question, what does community mean to you? When you have an idea of the type of community you would like to be a part of, or if you are looking for a new community, you can search online for local communities near you, depending on what your community interests are. If you are interested in a spiritual community, I invite you to consider we as humans are spiritual in nature. So denying that we are spiritual creatures at our core is essentially denying a part of ourselves. If you are asking yourself, how do I find a spiritual community near me? Check out our online spiritual community, Moons and Shrooms. I will provide the link at the end of this video. In our online spiritual community, we are, amongst many other things, a center for meditation, where we offer virtual meditation classes, new moon ceremonies with shamanic sound journeys, collective astrology readings, a sacred sister circle, and much, much more. If any of this is resonating with you, please check us out. If you are interested in seeing what our online spiritual community, Moons and Shrooms, is all about, click on this link now. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed creating it for you. Blessings and namaste.